What's up YouTube? For tonight's video I got a sweet mono-type battle up against a normal type except for a couple of the Pokemon, but they're sort of shared, but they're all normal type Pokemon anyway. Question for today is, what is your favourite normal type Pokemon? Comment below. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed this as well. If you actually have been going online lately, they've released a version 1.3 patch. It actually stops quite a big amount of hacking online as well, so that's good. And I actually went on Wonder Trade to sort of confirm if that was real, so I sort of saw a few comments left on some of my videos, so I got some Wonder Trade garbage that I thought I'd just test out. And yeah, believe it or not, it's sort of like, you go into the battle and it'll sort of like just, after you've picked your Pokemon, it'll sort of like kick you away from the battle. Yeah. So that's obviously what it is. I'm not sure if there's any other sort of things, but if anyone knows anything else, share it in the comment section. Let's get to this battle anyway. So this would be pretty interesting because obviously the whole team is only weak to fighting, and like I had one Pokemon in mind that I thought would do very well being my Spinder, but once again I sort of had to send him in at the right time and see if I could get the setup going. Anyway, I've got my Carbink lead. I just thought I'd get some screens up. I get Frisk there, and what do you know, Farah actually has Covet, so that was quite a handy little sort of combination there. With its ability, seeing what item I have, and Covet actually stealing my item, allowing me to only put screens up for 5 turns. Obviously this is only achieved by, if you want to understand the move Covet, it's only achieved by you yourself not holding an item, but you can sort of take an item from the opponent. Obviously if you don't have one, you don't get one. Yeah, and it also deals damage. Right, so I get my screens up, I guess. Not as great that I really wanted, because obviously I've lost my Light Clay, so they only go for 5 turns. So it was interesting with that. Now I thought, well, I'm definitely thinking Wigglytuff's going to use Toxic, because why else would you swap Wigglytuff into Boobar for? So here I thought, well, I might as well just go for a Poison type move, because nothing's really going to like it, because it's going to hit everything on this team mutually, and I know that Wigglytuff's not obviously going to stay in there. On Choice Scarf, it doesn't do shit all to Regigigas. I'm even thinking that it might have incredible special defense EVs, or maybe an Assault Vest. I wasn't actually too sure. Now Regigigas is going to go for a Power Up Punch. It's going to boost its attack by 1 stage. Just saying Power Up Punch, I think I'm leaning towards it may have Assault Vest. I'm not too sure yet because I haven't seen its other moves, because most of the time if it doesn't have Assault Vest, it'll go for stuff like, you know, Thunder Wave, Sub, Confuse Ray, all that stalling stuff to get past a slow start. That sort of, it can give it set away pretty quickly. So I just went for Scald to try and get a burn on this thing. I get a nice little crit there, and it's going to go for Dizzy Punch, which is interesting. I can see why, if they are running Assault Vest, that would actually be pretty handy, but once again I wasn't too sure. I get a burn on Regigigas there, which was nice. It's got Drain Punch, so it's used 3 attacking moves now. I definitely think it's Assault Vest or it's max special defense. I'm leaning towards Assault Vest though. Now, I thought, well, I'm in a pretty good position here because I could just take out the Regigigas for Scald, and he's not going to do too much damage to me now that he's burned. I'm pretty right here. Like with that burn, it doesn't do too much, and I'm able to get like a rest off probably the next turn. Here I thought, well, I could go for a rest or I could swap out. I wasn't too sure because I thought they may swap out there. I wasn't actually too sure, so I thought, well, I may as well just go into Carbink anyway, and I might be able to get a rest off later on, maybe on my Pimple Up, or use it for some like fodder. Okay, because I sort of wanted to get my screens up again as well, so I thought that'd be a good opportunity to send Carbink in. Now, out comes the Snorlax, so I was directly thinking, okay, well, it's probably going to use something like Earthquake against me, so let's start Reflect here. That'll be pretty good, even if it's like a banded Snorlax or something crazy like that. But fuck me, it's got Surf. It's actually a special Snorlax that hits me pretty hard, considering I'm very specially defensive in this Carbink, more so than defensive. I even think at that damage it may even be Specs. I wasn't too sure, but it was doing a little bit too much damage, because I know Snorlax is special attack. Not that you obviously see it doing special moves too much, but I was half thinking, well, it could be Specs here. Let's sort of test that theory. So I thought Pingu would be a good swap in here. Since that light screen's up and it's not going to be very effective, that does like nothing to him. He's got like amazing special defense at the moment. So they do swap Snorlax out. That actually tells me that it's Specs. I don't think it's Scarf, it'd be Specs with that damage. So interesting enough, Pyro comes in. That was very risky because I could have gone for Scald as well. that maybe they thought I'd be covering rest on that. It is a possibility, I guess. So I get my health back, which is good. Now I decided to sort of stay in on this one because I just want to see what this Pyro's got. I know that I can take any special moves that it does. Set Sunny Day up, which is interesting. Then I sort of remembered that it does actually carry Solar Beam. Like it isn't obviously seen too much because you obviously have to get your Sunny Day up, but it's quite good because you can also it can bolster its fire moves and be able to hit like water types as Solar Beam. So it's pretty good. It's not a bad set. But since I'm so specially defensive, I didn't think this would touch me like too hard. Plus I had a screen up as well, so I take that fairly well with the screen. Like if that screen wasn't up, it definitely would have been a 2-hit KO. So I'm making use of the screens up at the moment. I'm hoping that I can get like a couple of Scalds off. I know that it's not going to hit as hard in the sun because that's going to power out my water moves. But like any damage is better than nothing on Pyro, and that was pretty good damage there. So my light screen actually wears off here. I almost half thought, well, I might swap out, but I didn't. I sort of stayed in to see what I could do. I believed that I would live this like badly, but unfortunately I get taken out with a critical hit there, and that's how it is sometimes. That's the chance you take when you try and stall a little bit, I guess. I can see it's got Life Orb as well, so it's going to be wearing itself down pretty fast. Here I just thought, well, I want to get rid of that sun because that's annoying. Just protect it up there, just to get rid of another round of sun. I can see it's got Life Orb, so it doesn't have like Heat Rock or anything, so I know it's only going to go for 5 turns. Like I couldn't really do much to Carbink. He's too sort of slow to outspeed anyone, so I just used it as a fodder really. Wasn't too bad there. So Carbink didn't do too... He was a little bit wrecked at the start of that battle by that Covet getting rid of his item. It would have been very handy if those screens were around for a lot longer. Now, here was the perfect time to send in Drunk here. Spinder... I knew that Spinner could take anything Pyro like threw at me, and out comes the Stoutland, and this was really funny because Stoutland actually had Intimidate, but it actually rose my attack because I had Contrary, and I got like not only did I get a +1, I got another superpower off, so I knew superpower would hit everything for super effective. So that was really, really good, and probably lucky because obviously they've forgotten about what its Dreamwell ability is, I guess. So I bet they'll think of fuck. Now I just decided, well, I might as well just keep going for superpower. That's sort of my best option. In comes Fire. I know that it's got that light clay that it already stole from me. It actually frisked my assault vest, so that was, I guess, they're trying to find out what item I've got. Now they know that I've got assault vest, but at the same time they're actually sacrificing their Furret. Give me another plus in attack, which is good, and defense. So this is really good. I've got +3 attack and +2 defense at the moment. So things were working out really good, sort of just as I planned at the start of the battle. Out comes Snorlax. I knew that I probably wouldn't take this out because it's pretty bulky. I nearly do, which was surprising there. But then I'm thinking, well, it may just be max special. I know that it's max special. Then it busts out the Hyper Beam there. That does loads of damage to me, like considering I've got Assault Vest. That does half damage. That was a 2-hit KO. So nice play there. I get another like boost from Superpower, so I'm pretty much sweeping through this team quite easily. The only thing really holding me back now is my speed. I am carrying Sucker Punch on this guy as well, which is good, so I was really well set up. Right, out comes the Wigglytuff here. I'm thinking some sort of like stall tactic, maybe Toxic. I just went for Superpower, so I thought it'd do like real heavy damage, even though I got lots of boosts. It just lives. I'm like, damn, I could have got the full sweep going. Unfortunately there, it's going to just live and get the Toxic off there. Unfortunately for me, now there's not too much I can do. I don't really want to swap it out either because it's got all those boosts, and I may as well keep it in because it's absolutely destroying this normal type team. Obviously, he wouldn't have done this well against a lot of his pokes because it's a normal mono. I did luck out there. Wigglytuff is going to go for a Protect, sort of just stalling me out like another turn of Toxic, which is fair enough as well because I've got a lot of boost, and Spinner's pretty scary at the moment to this team. Now, they couldn't swap out as well, so they went for the double Protect. It failed there, unfortunately for them, so they're going to take another Superpower to the face, and that's another boost for me as well in defense and attack. Oh, sorry, just my defense, because I actually got an attack buff from that Intimidate earlier on from the Stoutland. Right, so I know they can live about one more time of Toxic, and out comes Stoutland. Obviously, you can't boost my attack anymore, and it turns out it's got Protect as well, so that was good on their part because the Stoutland would have been destroyed. I actually went for Drain Punch there to get my health back so I could live sort of a little bit longer to finish this battle off. But that Spinder down, but bloody awesome effort there by Spinder, and of course I will openly admit it was a mono-normal type team, which very much helped my cause there, because I knew that I could just spam superpower without worrying about any ghost types or anything. Right, Stoutland used Pursuit, which was strange. I was definitely not going to sort of swap out there. Leech Seed actually misses, which was interesting. I can see it's sort of a bulky Stoutland. I wasn't too sure like what this is. I decided to go for Spore this time because I may as well do it. It had Last Resort, which was interesting. Hits me pretty hard actually. Does like maybe a 2-hit KO of max damage. I get the Spore off, so now that's asleep. I was hoping that it wasn't like a rest talk, but then I remembered Last Resort. Obviously, you have to use all your other moves, so it only had 3 moves: that Protect, Pursuit, and Last Resort. Like Last Resort, you can only use Last Resort when you've used all the other moves. And that doesn't mean you can swap it out. Like, you have to do it when it's in, and when it's swapped out, that sort of resets, just to sort of understand that move if you didn't know. Okay, so Pyro comes in here. I'm very scared of this thing with Parasect. I do get the Leech Seed off on the switch, which is really good. It actually lands nicely. Now, I thought, well, I can just go for a Protect here, at least get like a round of Leech Seed off. It's down to a little amount of health as well, and it's going to have to land like an attack on me, so I know it's going to take another round of Life Orb damage, and that's going to be like pretty bad for it. So I thought, well, I can easily sort of sacrifice one of my other Pokemon. It actually uses Sunny Day there, predicting my Protect. So most Leech Seeders have Protect as well, which sort of you get your Leech Seed and you get your Lefty's Recovery, which is very, very good at keeping yourself alive, especially Parasect. He really relies on that as well. Now, I thought here, well, I'm not going to sacrifice Parasect. I may use it later on, so I just thought, well, let's send in my Vigoroth here. He's not really too much use in this battle. I've pretty much got this one. I may as well just sort of sacrifice him. So Flame Dweller does like loads in the sun to me, and that's going to take me out for sure. Life Orb damage is going to be enough to take out Pyro as well. Now, what was the last Pokemon left here? Okay, it was that Stoutland. Now, Stoutland was asleep still, which is good. I had Seviper left, and I had Parasect. Parasect, I knew that I could beat Stoutland easy with Parasect. Now, Seviper was another thing. I sort of could have gone for Sludge Wave here, but I decided to go for Final Gambit. It's quite a fun move on. Even a sweeping Seviper's got some nice health as well. So it doesn't quite take it out. It was very, very close there. So that's alright. Did a nice chunk to it anyway. And it's quite a fun move as well. Now, I had my Parasect left. I knew that I could definitely compete with this Stoutland any day of the week. I had Leech Seed as well and Lefties, and it just wasn't doing enough damage with Last Resort there. And I just take it out there with the Giga Drain. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this battle. It was very interesting though, that Spinder doing some real crazy work there, like as well. But let's quickly just go through what I believe their Pokemon were. So I believe that Regigigas was definitely Assault Vest, Snorlax Specs, obviously the Pyro was Life Orb, Stoutland I wasn't too sure. I think it could have been like a bulky defensive set. Wigglytuff I'd say would have been specially defensive, sort of Wish Support, Toxic, and I wasn't too sure about Furret, but it definitely would have been probably like max speed and maybe max attack or something like that. But that's about all for this battle. And question of the day, guys, if you forgot, what is your favourite normal type Pokemon? Leave a comment below. Peace out.